My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and doing really well. And today I'm viewing Chrome Extreme by Azzaro. So the price was all over. This size, it starts off at $24.80 and then the price is all over the place. For 100ml on this size, it's $62. So the description is, don't let anything stop you. Okay, and get a proper energy boost in any situation. I thought, because I'm dyslexic, it was going to say, don't let anything stop you from getting a proper job. Azzaro Chrome Extreme Eau de Parfum for men will bring you an instant dose of new vigor on a sensory level and give you enough energy to handle anything with confidence and ease. Well, I don't know about that. Top notes are green mandarin. There's 3 mandarins, orange, red, and green, I think. Middle notes are juniper berries, C notes. The base notes are amber, cashmere, and it's a fragrance aromatic. So I'm going to judge this. Oh, I don't know what price to judge it on. So this on Perfume Click is £24. So I'm going to average it and say it's 30. I love their other fragrances, actually. I think they're great. I think it's L'Oreal. Please leave your comments below. Let me know who owns this, but I think it's L'Oreal. Anyway, do we have our bottles of Chrome Extreme by Azzaro? I've engaged the high self. Let's get testing. So let's see the atomizer. I mean, that's quite powerful compared to other ones which are more expensive. I love the little bottle. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting very, very easy, instantly likable, long-lasting, projecting, artificial smelling because of the price. So I really like this. It smells like the Azzaro range. I think this is really nice. And this is a £30 fragrance, so I think it's instantly likable. And it may smell very artificial, but kind of you get what you get, don't you? This is corporate perfumery. Now, I'm going to explain what I mean by corporate perfumery. That means that it was groups of people working together to make something smell really, really familiar and really, really finished. No edges, no twist, no imagination. And that's what you want. You get one go because they buy these packaging in million, just huge amounts of packaging, so it's got to be right. Based upon Hedione, because it's lighter in area, and then Isu Super. You can definitely smell the dihydromercenol, and dihydromercenol on paper says it's lime, and some people were picking at me because they said, oh, it doesn't, it's just lime. Well, dihydromercenol in differing amounts is different things. At the top of the formulation, you get this limey blue finish. So it fits the color of the bottle, actually. Clean white mask. I can smell the cologne. Cologne I really like working with at the moment. Cologne, cashmere, musk choice is Galaxolide, and you can smell it. It's just very clean. This just smells insanely clean. Nolimbinol. Yes, I love nolimbinol. Nolimbinol is one of my favorite raw materials to smell. It's sort of instantly likable. Some people really don't like it, but it has nolimbinol, and the isometimberol has a sweet, woody, sawdusty sort of smell. I think it's very appealing. Goes nice with vanillin as well. It does lots of things. I think it's very appealing, but I know I was speaking to someone, they really don't like it, and if they smell it in a formulation, they cannot bear it. But that's fine because some people don't like it, but it gives a beautiful woody elevation, especially with cashmere, and they're really nice. They give really nice substantial. It's sort of, for me, in my opinion, obviously, nolimbinol gives a sort of substantial sort of weight in the projection, whereas cashmere just gives you sort of like projection. Nolimbinol gives you a substantial weight within a formulation. Amber raw materials, and amber would like raw materials to give sort of weight. It's quite a weighty, citrusy formulation. Obviously, it's got methylpamplemousse to give that sort of grapefruit feel, because grapefruit in high amounts can be super sun toxic. So there are, there's different aroma chemicals to give you the accord or the feel without being unsafe. It's sort of dying off a little bit. It's got these sort of the aqueous raw materials, and I call them aqueous raw materials. They're the raw materials that give the feeling of fresh air or the sea. I think it's a quanol. I always get a quanol. It's my dyslexic brain. There's a raw material by Sepik that's called a quanol, and there's the other one was called, I can't remember, but I get the two. That's dyslexia. I get the two mixed up. And a quanol is a humectant. It's a mixture of 3 xylonal raw materials, I think, but this one is aqueous. It smells of sort of fresh air and clean and sweet, and glutamate and other fruit raw materials. Mandarin, lemon. I tell you why I sometimes prefer the write-up of the cheaper fragrances is because they're saying what's in it, and there's kind of this contains some sort of crazy raw material that nobody knows what it is. Well, sometimes I have to look and think, what the hell is that? And then would have a name that I would know, all these different things. I sort of think, I prefer that. I prefer sort of simplicity. So I like the write-up in this. It says exactly what it is for me. It's sort of saying what it is. The color of the bottle says what it is. So it's kind of extreme chrome. I love the name as well. The weight in it is really great. So within formulations, some citrus fragrances can be light and airy, and you go as nosmic to it. So you can nose blind to it. Those sort of fragrances I think they're really delightful, actually, that classification of fragrance. Then you have another classification of citrus fragrances when they're weighty. And this is weighty, and that's using ambergris classification, which is ambergris raw materials. Some of them are, and isosuper, ambroxan, credember. All those raw materials give weight and substantialness within a formulation. They can do, and they all come from the ambergris family of raw materials. And this is sort of within this. And when you add in these raw materials, which give sort of weight and substantialness to the formulation, you get a different feel. So this is like weighty, and the cologne has been done superbly. Cologne is a really difficult raw material to work with. Cologne, and some people can smell sulfurous when mixed with acetates and other things. They give a sulfur. They turn into sulfurous on some people, not on me, but on some people. And cologne in high amounts is really unpalatable. I don't really like it at all. I think it's an unpalatable. And if you add raw materials to it, you get a watermelon or cucumber or kiwi sort of finish. And so I think it smells quite kiwi-like because of the raw materials. Anyway, on to my final thoughts. I think it's great. The box I know, as I looked before, was safe, legal, compliant, all of that. This is a big company. £30. I mean, come on. Vibrant, lively, linear. So that is going to be my only criticism in this, is that it's linear and a bit boring, which kind of means you put it on, you like it, and then I can't imagine you wearing this every single day, because you're going to get bored, because it smells the same from the start to the finish. You don't really get that change. You don't get it morphing and changing. You don't get anything interesting. It's just a linear corporate perfumery. It just sort of dries down and you reapply. But the price, £30 for this, for something that's sort of vibrant. This is absolutely a summer fragrance. I think the demographic in this is all demographics. It smells youthful because it's quite sweet. I know from working with cologne, it's not particularly a nice smelling raw material on its own. And to handle it and make it smell like this, I can speak from personal experience, it's really difficult. I admire perfumers when they make things smell, oh, that smells of blue, or that smells like that smells finished, it smells finished, complete. The price is kind of in my head what's kind of getting to me. I can thoroughly recommend this because of the price. I think this is just a really easy reach. I think this would be a nice gym fragrance. I think it'd be a nice activity fragrance, that sort of thing. I don't think it's particularly a signature fragrance. I may have this and go to the gym with it, something like that. You know what I mean? Totally fits with the range. I think it's really nice. It's not too sweet. Sometimes citruses, they can sweeten it with the ethyl maltol, and it's kind of really unpalatable when they do that. This is really, really nice. Nice and blue, nice and clean, very easy to wear. I'm not getting an 8 out of 10. I think it's really great. I personally don't like it because it's that linear, kind of not really for me. A little bit sort of unimaginative within the construction, but it's a great fragrance, and the price is absolutely amazing, and I can thoroughly recommend it. But I personally wouldn't wear it. That kind of makes sense, because I don't know, like something else or something with it, or it's just something missing. But I think it's fantastic at the same time. I hope that makes sense to hear all this babbling. So like that review, thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope staying safe and well. See you soon.